What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Out here in the shop again. It's about 30 degrees outside. It's cold, and I haven't turned on any heat in here yet. I just walked out here. We got the f350 that we shimmed the injectors on the 7.3 power stroke the other day, and I thought I was done with it. My buddy was supposed to come pick it up, and we wanted to drive it uptown, and it's got one cylinder that still is skipping over. I think that it's an injector that's it's been stuck so long, not shimmed right, or out of spec so long that it's sticking. It's like the timing of it's off. So I told him we'll run it and see how it does, drive it around a little while. If it don't get better, we may have to put an injector in it. But anyway, he come to pick it up. We're going to drive it uptown, and he wanted to get some oil, change the oil in it, put some Rotella synthetic in it because he bought this thing at auction. Who knows when the last time the oil was changed in it. And it's making this horrible grinding noise. I said, man, you got a wheel bearing. This thing is horrible. So we went and picked up a couple wheel bearings. And he said, how long do you think it'll take to put them on there? And I said, oh, you know, not too terribly long. So we got some wheel bearings and stuff here, and got those picked up. And so we jacked it up and go to pull the tires off of it. Here's what we found. I'll show you this. I don't know if you can see that or not, but let me get you up under here like this. The ball joints are slap gone on both sides. So when we jacked it up, we seen that. So he wanted to get some ball joints, and that light is giving me a fit over there. But he wanted to get some ball joints. I recommend to get some Moog ball joints. So we got those. Got this side apart, started putting it in, and all the seals on the axle, they were bad. So I told him it'd be a good idea just go ahead and replace them. We're going to get new hubs too, because these won't turn, or this wouldn't. We'll get new of them. The brake pads are gone. We're getting new brake hose too. Don't pay any attention to those vice grips on that brake hose. I just didn't want to didn't want to drain the master cylinder with brake fluid all over my floor here. And so it's definitely getting a new hose. It's getting a new caliper and a new caliper bracket, because when we pull the wheel off, the caliper was just hanging. There was no bolts in the caliper bracket. The caliper was just hanging inside of the tire. It was rubbing, as you can see over here. So it wasn't going to run long that way. It was going to run a hole in the tire, and it already ran the caliper, so probably not even a core on the caliper. But anyway, we're doing that, and it did have a wheel bearing bad on this side here. When we got it off, you could tell, you could spin it, you could hear it grinding. Hadn't got the other side apart. Don't know if you can't really tell much with the brake rotor on there dragging and stuff, but we're going to put two new hub assemblies on it. All new Moog ball joints, new set of brake pads, and we're getting one new rotor, because the rotor on this side, I've already thrown it outside in the scrap pile, but the rotor on this side was eat up. On the inside, where the brake pad right there was rubbing on the inside because this caliper was loose. But anyway, I've got it back together to this point. And I really did not want to do this job. And I tried to get out of it, but I couldn't get out of it. I tried to talk him into taking it to the front end shop. That way they could line it up and everything when they got done. He wasn't having any part of it. I tried for, like, I don't know, probably an hour. Like, I was just procrastinating on working on it. He was like, so you want to start tearing it apart? I was like, man, why don't you carry it to the front end shop? But anyway, so that's how I got stuck doing this. I was trying to get it out of my shop because I want to work on Duramax some more, and I don't want to take up both bays, because this bay over here I like to leave open from a big truck, because you don't ever know when something's going to break, and I need an open bay to come in when I come back. Sometimes I need to pull in and I do some work on my truck, and so I didn't want to tie up both bays with vehicles. So I really was looking forward to getting the Duramax back in here. I still got to put the tie rods and stuff on it, and a few other things. But anyway, this is what this turned out to be. I'm going to hook this battery up here. I'll just hook up one of them, see if it'll crank. Show you guys what it sounds like. Like I say, we've only put like 10 miles on it and just run uptown. And we'll see if it cranks, because it's about 30 degrees out here. And I'll fill the shop up with smoke, I'm sure. I'll let it run for just a minute. Yeah, if it'll even start, surely it will. Alright guys, we got the F350 farm truck here. We got this side here put back together, as you can see. And we got the new brake hose put on there that I said we were putting on there. Got the new hub assembly. Put some new Warren locking hubs on here. And they said these wouldn't fit dual wheel applications, but I don't know why not, other than the dual adapter right here was just a little bit fitting, and it's got like a little casting seam right there, and I just took a die grinder with a carbide burr on it, cleaned that casting seam up right there, and it went right in there with no problems. So I don't see an issue with that. And this side over here, we've got almost back together. All we like is putting the wheel back on, but we've got a power steering leak here that we discovered, and it's this line right here. So we have to put a new power steering line on it. It goes to the hydro boost up here. Goes to this one right here. So we're going to do that, and we're going to go ahead and put a new brake hose on this side too, new brake line, and be done with that, along with a new fan belt. And probably go ahead and replace this upper radiator hose too, because you got to take it loose in order to change the fan belt. And we got some rear parking brake shoes and some rear brake pads we're going to do on the back. Also, I don't know where the bottle is at, but we poured a bottle of Hot Shot Secret Stiction Eliminator in this thing. We changed the oil, and I've had it sitting here running and stuff, and the injectors are starting to work a little better after shimming them and everything. It's starting to sound good, more like it's supposed to. So I think it'll clear on up and everything, and everything will work good on that. Got the Volvo transmission back in. As you see, it's not sitting over here anymore. That was kind of at the same time that this was being done. I'm not sure which one of these videos will come out first, but depends on which one I get edited first, I suppose. Anyway, it's back together. Hadn't hauled a load with it yet. Gonna pick up one tomorrow, see how that works, see how it goes, and hopefully she'll hold together a little bit longer. Kind of looking into maybe getting another truck, or at least the possibility of it. I don't know when, or you know, exactly how long that might be, or even if I'm going to do that. Just really not sure. It'd be nice if that one had a standard already in it, and I would just go ahead and rebuild the engine in it, but I don't know. It's for the money. I've did a little researching on it since I put it back together, and I can put a standard in it, but I don't have a standard transmission, I don't have a core or any of that, so it costs extra to do so. And the ECM has to be programmed on the engine and on the vehicle itself, on the computer, the Volvo computer that works the instrument cluster and everything, in order for it to recognize that it's a standard transmission and everything to work, from what I'm reading. And then you got to figure out which wires to hook up for your speed sensors and everything, and getting the cruise to work and all that. So it can be done. But when you look at that on top of the motor really needs an end frame, I just don't know that it's worth it. The time it takes to do all that and the money it takes to do all that, probably $20-something thousand to do that, plus the time aspect of it. So I don't know, I may be looking at getting another truck. I'm just really not sure yet. Just kind of waiting to see how things goes on that thing. But anyway, we're about to wrap this here on up, and this ought to be all of this project here when we get it back together. Hopefully that's all he wants to do to it, and get this thing out of here, and then maybe we'll have some more stuff to do on the Duramax and see what our next project's going to be. So anyway, thanks for watching, you guys, and click like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you in the next video.